Welcome back to MIk'd Up. Today's Friday, June 10th. We are live from Earls. We are also brought to you by Sterling Automotive, and we have our friends from Dos Equis proudly presented here. Big show today. Real loose show. Really chilling out show. We got Trent Vietmeier. Were you a 7th year senior this year?
10th.
We've been trying to get him on. He's a lifer.
That's Dr. Vietmeier to you.
Hey, half a decade in one spot in college. Hey, listen. If I could have played at LSU for 15 years, I think I would have done it.
I think I would too.
Whatever, you left early.
Yeah, because if baseball was like football, I would have stayed till my senior year. But it's not. They punish you for going back for your senior season. You don't get paid the money you should get paid. So I didn't go back, even though I wanted to. Big show. We really don't have anything specific that we were gonna hit on. We're just gonna talk a little bit about a lot. First things first. NBA playoffs. Are you an NBA fan?
Don't really watch too much.
Don't watch. Okay.
Not even the playoffs?
Not even the playoffs. NBA fan, but you can relate to this, right? So Golden State goes to Boston. Boston puts it to them. I really thought Golden State was gonna win it. They didn't win it, but then I was surprised post game. Golden State comes out and starts bitching about the crowd and talking about how they are cursing because their kids are in the stands. Like, it's not the first time you've heard somebody, especially in Boston, come out to you and say. So to come out and have Draymond of all people come out there and saying that they don't hear and appreciate that, and then Clay obviously I don't think that was probably the right time to come out and say. I don't care if your kids are in the stands or not. You don't want them to hear that, but it's not something that you say. So we'll talk a little about that. But there's a game tonight. I think Golden State wins. I have money on Golden State to win. So they're +4. I have the money tonight. It's in Boston again, right? It's in Boston again.
Oh yeah. And then after.
Oh, and you think that they're gonna? Do you think they're gonna be a little toned down tonight? Or they're gonna be a little bit more, rowdy.
No, I think that message really, hit home with the crowd, and they're gonna come and, man, hell no. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're gonna go harder at Clay, harder at Draymond. It's gonna be fun to watch. I'll be watching it. I'm going to dinner with a couple friends tonight. My brother-in-law. We're going to dinner tonight after this. We'll probably have a couple pops. And
for free?
Maybe make some live bet. No, that's for free.
Where's dinner? Doesn't matter.
I don't know where dinner is.
We'll talk about it later.
I don't know where dinner is. The reason why we have Trent on here is because Super Regional play starts today. He obviously has been around. He's been through 2 coaching changes, through 2 regimes. He's been at the. You never made it to Omaha. I'm not trying to rub it in your face. That was a question.
I wish I could.
He literally came right at your net.
I didn't mean. I
2
wasn't
minutes
coming
into the
at
show.
you. I wasn't coming at you as like.
He did make it when he played for Skip.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right. Talk to me about the year, man. Talk to me about, what was, because from my point of view, and obviously inconsistency of it, and I think that everybody on the team would admit that was the thing. Like one day y'all come out, y'all go to Vanderbilt, and y'all look like the team that everybody thought that y'all could be, and then the series happens against Ole Miss, you're like, well, what's going on? So it was a little bit up and down. Give me a little bit of recap from your point of view and your perspective of how the season went and why maybe the inconsistencies were there.
We did all that we could. That's what really sucks is whenever you do all you can, and sometimes it's just not enough. That's baseball. Both of y'all know that. That's just the way it is. But our highs were high, and our lows, unfortunately, were very low. There was never any happy medium in between. We're like, okay, we had an average game today.
Yeah, right.
That's what really kind of sucked about this year was our bad days were bad. We would have however many errors, however many walks, strikeouts, whatever. There was a couple games I think we had 10+ strikeouts, whatever. But overall, I think we had a lot more in the tank. That's what's sad.
Yeah, right.
Obviously postseason, y'all know you hit a different level whenever you get to postseason. There's no getting tired. There's no getting hurt. There's no, you know what I mean? And everybody had that mindset, going into postseason, even an SEC tournament.
Yeah.
A lot of guys, they had that mindset, but just fell short, dude.
What, so for me, right, obviously I'm not in it like y'all are in it right now, and I'm kind of outside looking in. And I didn't do a ton of research on Southern Miss, but I kind of knew a little bit about them. Obviously, I had asked some questions to two of your teammates on here, and they answered it honestly, and it wasn't even a bad answer. It was, I asked them if they thought that it would have been, like, for me as a player, if I see the regional, everybody, no matter who you're playing, is going to look, okay, if we're not hosting, how can we possibly host a super if we get through it, right? Doesn't mean you're overlooking somebody. I asked them that question. They got a lot of shit for it from the Southern Miss fans because that's what they kind of want to do.
Crushed them for it. I mean,
Did y'all hear it the whole weekend there?
Oh, the whole time. I mean, every fan was yelling at us saying, I mean, you want to talk about swearing in front of kids and stuff, man. I had little 4-year-olds screaming at, F-U-30 and all that. Like,
4-year-olds?
Swear to God, you
That's
could ask
good.
any
That's
guy in the
good.
bullpen.
That's a good way to
Any
do it.
guy in the bullpen, man. They were right there because they're fans, like,
Yeah.
our bullpen was here and then
Yeah.
their fans were, like, right there.
Right.
And it was a mix of 4-year-olds, 80-year-olds, like.
Hey, bro, you're in the South, man.
You
We're
can thank
gonna go
Mikey
over
for
here.
stirring up that pot. He's
Hey, I wasn't asking anything. Like, I didn't try to do anything other than say, hey, like, I thought it was a winnable regional. Now, this is getting to the point that the question I want to ask you is, I knew that their staff was pretty solid. I knew their number 1 and number 2 guys were really good. I didn't know that they were as deep as they were in the bullpen. Did y'all know? I mean, obviously you have scouting reports, but did y'all know that, or were they better in the bullpen or deeper in the bullpen than y'all even thought?
Bro, they ran out guys with 8 innings that were 94,
I know.
93, 96. Some guys, like, I didn't think so either. I mean,
Right.
I look up on the board, I'm like, oh, this guy has 8.2 innings. We're going to be good. Like, great, awesome. He hasn't pitched all year.
Right.
93, 96. I'm like,
From the left side.
yeah, from the left side, and he was a sinker, but that guy was a sinker guy, the left
Yeah.
side guy. I think he had like 12 innings, but whatever, still, like.
9.
Is that what he had? 9.2 or something?
That was
unbelievable.
to me, that was the reason why they won the series.
Right. I
Because
mean, they had
he
deeper
threw the
pitching.
4 or 5 innings that game, and he basically extended them for the next game. I thought when y'all won those first 2, in the fashion that you won it, I was like, it's over. Like, there's no way that Southern Miss is going to have
I thought it crushed
the
them.
arms.
I thought it crushed them on
And
Saturday.
credit to them for sure. But I think I underestimated it. I just didn't know if that was something that came out of nowhere, or if y'all knew that going in, that their bullpen was as deep as it was.
Definitely came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, any baseball guy is going to look at a guy with 8 innings, 9 innings, 10 innings, whatever it is, and be like,
He's a
okay.
position
Yeah, right.
player.
Right, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And then they start
Right.
throwing like that, and it's like, why do these guys have? Well, they ran out their Friday starter again on Monday.
Yeah. Well, so
After
that was the
110.
thing.
Yeah.
He's a sinker baller, right? Like, he has movement.
Right.
So when they did that, I'm like, oh, we're good, because you know it as a pitcher. When you throw on
You're
short rest,
screwed.
Well, I was-
it's not necessarily the velo you lose. It's the action.
It's everything.
It's
I
the
mean,
action
yeah,
on the
it's-
pitches and the break on the breaking balls.
Right.
So when they brought him, I'm like, oh, they're gonna get to this guy and they're gonna score some runs, and y'all did. But it was every time y'all scored, they responded, and that was, I felt like, puts a lot of pressure on the pitching staff, puts a lot of pressure on the defense, and and it's tough.
So I was thinking, like, he touched on it. You touched on it a little bit. For the casual fan, I don't think they understand exactly how a bullpen works and how outings work these days, especially.
Yeah, right,
right?
right.
So with that being said, like, I guess my question to you is, over the course of the year, especially once y'all got back down to pretty much the last month of the season, because of the innings thrown, the pitches thrown by the bullpen, how taxed do you
Yeah.
think the bullpen felt at that point? And it's not to point any blame.
And nobody will
but
admit it,
literally,
I get it.
you can literally just go look at the innings thrown by the bullpen.
Right.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
Right. So
absolutely.
how taxed do you think the bullpen felt as far as for being able to execute, like, at the back end of the year?
I think if we could have had one more McHale, one more Hilliard, I wouldn't even be here right now.
Right.
We'd be in Alex Box
Right.
ready to play Ole Miss.
Just
so,
something
like,
to eat the innings.
Right, like
correct?
we need
Yeah.
a guy who could go 6. And McHale was always that dude.
Yeah.
He always gave us guaranteed 5 to 6
Right.
innings.
Yeah.
If not 7, I don't think he had any 8 this year. But
Right.
still, like,
yeah, he got y'all deep in the game.
just one more. And Ty
Right.
Floyd kind of showed that a little bit later in the year, but it was still only 5, 6 innings, which is enough.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, you look at the guys like Gervais, like Cooper, like Rez. Like, I mean, your guys who are
But
running
even
out there.
you, I mean, you had an unbelievable season, right?
Yeah.
Like you came out there, your ERA was what, sub 2.5.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
had,
something
I
like
know,
that.
I mean, you had a ton
That's
of
what I love
appearances.
about you.
You came out there, you had a job to do, and you did it, right? Like,
Right,
obviously, you're
yeah.
the veteran guy, and you've been there, and you've had the experience. But from what I saw, right, and like, there's a few guys that outside of McHale, the only guys in the rotation I'm not trashing anybody by saying this, but the only guys that I saw that had that mentality that you have came out the bullpen, right?
Right, yeah.
Other than McHale.
Right.
Right? And it's like, hey, I may not have my good shit today. I may not be feeling the greatest,
here
but
it
I have a
is.
job to do, and I have to go out there and throw strikes, and I have to
Right.
get this guy out.
Right.
Hitting is very hard. If you don't throw strikes, it makes it a lot easier. When you do throw strikes, you can do everything wrong as a pitcher, but if it's a strike, or you can do everything right as a hitter and be out.
Right.
And for me, it was just like there's guys that were the starters did not put themselves in a position to have success because they're behind in counts all of the time.
Right, and that's what sucks is, and we always strive for like 60 or above, 60% or above on strikes, right? So hitting that number was kind of hard for a lot of guys, like you were just saying, man, you know, and that starts off with your first batter.
Yeah.
When you go out there and as soon as you get in the 2-1 count, it's like, well, shit, now I have to throw a fastball, you know, because it's mostly mixing pitches was the hard thing,
right.
you know, for them. And our guys were good. I mean, don't get me wrong, we had a good pitching staff.
Yep.
One of the better ones I've been a part of. You know,
Yeah.
you had the 19 team where we had the super and all that here. That was a good great pitching staff. I mean, we had Cole Henry, all them dudes, but this year was a really good bullpen, and I couldn't stress enough to them, like, hey guys, just throw it over the plate. Like you just said, hitting's hard enough. I mean, both of y'all know that. I'm a pitcher. I don't know anything about it.
Literally football. Do front flips to us, and we can hit the ball as good as we want, and it could be out because
Just
hit
pop up to a right fielder or a line drive to a shortstop, whatever it
Exactly.
is. I know.
Exactly.
So that's like, man, I don't know. And it's too late now because like it's
Right.
over.
Right.
So
Right.
like, you know, I don't know.
For you, like, how did it feel for you this year going through the injuries early when you got here, COVID year, trying to get back healthy, and finally coming back to a year where I think it was very easy to see that you were a healthy guy and you looked like everything what you were expected to be when you were here. How good did that feel for you to be able to go out there and pretty much be healthy all year and perform that way?
Right, dude, it was awesome. Yeah. I mean, like, you know, all praise to AD and everything, man. Love AD. You knew AD. You know AD. You know, awesome dude, greatest dude in the world, right? But he took pitching to an extreme, and he had an old school mentality, which I could totally respect.
Yeah. Right.
But that also worked in the 90s and early 2000s whenever your average fastball was, 91, 92, if that. Now it's 94.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, and staying healthy is hard. You know, I mean, both of y'all know that shit. But, like, it's just, like, it was a relief to finally just have a season where I didn't have Christ, I've been through more stem cells, more PRP, more freaking, you know, cortisone, all that stuff in my last 4 years. And this year, I don't know what it was. And
well, that was my next question is, what's the difference? It's like, I know JK a little bit, right? And I've got to know him a lot more over the last few weeks. And from my conversations with him, he seems like he is awesome, right? Everybody I've talked to loves him. He seems like he understands how to relate to the players, but he also understands where the game is going, how to take that information and make that information make sense, right? Like, you can have all of the analytics and the numbers you want. If you don't know how to explain that, it doesn't matter, right?
Right.
What was, I guess that I kind of said it, but like, what was the biggest difference between him and AD? Was it the old school, new school mentality, and how did he approach the conversations with the staff?
Right, so totally. I mean, like you said, it's new school compared to old school. You know, he was a lot more understanding than AD too. You know, and this is nothing to bash AD or nothing.
Right.
Like, I love AD to death. He was my dude, ride or die for 4 years. You know.
Right.
And JK, and if you're in my corner, I'm gonna ride or die for you.
Right,
you know,
no doubt.
I'll kill someone for you if you want me to. You know? But like, it's
We've
just,
heard you
I think people can see that when you pitch too. Yeah.
You see the back tattoo says a lot.
right. But like JK, man, he just got it, you know?
Yeah.
If I went up to him like, yo, dude, I'm hanging today. Like, I
Buckled.
shouldn't even throw a ball, and I'm on the thing to pitch in the fall. He's like, fuck it, bang it. We're done. We don't need to throw today. We're like, and it's just the understanding kind of thing of that. It was like, it was awesome to have that. You know, finally getting your own rhythm compared to being in a throwing program.
Right.
And long tossing every day and bullpens every day. And instead now it's like, oh, you're sore here. Put the ball down today. We'll come back tomorrow, go 90. We'll have you pitching on Sunday instead of Friday. You know, so like that was definitely.
So I was like, had a
big
plan
help.
in place and knew,
And this is for people who don't know. This is we've joked about this multiple times. We were like, dude, when are they going to lock Vietmeier out of the weight room? Like, this is from someone that works his ass off, too. So this isn't coming from someone that's soft. Like, this guy gets after. So, like, that needs to be understood as well.
So when it comes from you, you know, like, all right, there's something like –
right.
Unless you can't pitch, you're going to pitch, right?
Dude,
Like
my freshman year, I almost died. I swear to God, right hand on – like, I swear to God. I had a blood clot. I had the thoracic outlet surgery.
Oh, yeah.
And I had a blood clot, dude. So, like, that's whenever
Was your hand going numb? Is that how
so I was purple from here down, bro.
Jesus.
From my shoulder down. She
Still
wasn't
like
with
this.
me yet, but, like, yeah, right. So, like, that was just
you want me to throw? I can throw.
Right, like, I'm 18
It goes
years
above
old.
my head. Yeah, let's go.
I'm 18 years old. I'm like, screw it, man. Like, I'll go throw again, whatever.
Yeah.
Until finally I couldn't. I tried to throw, bro, and it was like an underhand, like, and I was like, yeah.
Effective though.
We're done. I wish it was. Dude. No, I like couldn't even pick up my arm. And then Nick Stores, he was my roommate, and I was sitting on the couch and I was all messed up. I was like lightheaded and shit, like drained, like white face, all that. He's like, dude, what's wrong? I said, I just feel terrible. He goes,
Where'd
"You're
you
going to
go
the
last
hospital."
night?
I was like, nah, bro, I ain't going to the hospital. I'm like, I refuse to do that. He's like, you're going to the hospital. If you don't go, I'm gonna take you. I'm like, all right, whatever. Pulled up, bro, and then they did. Me and Corey Couture, we waited in the.
Corey's great.
Oh, great dude, unbelievable. Like, own my life, probably.
Yeah.
And we pull up there, bro, and we're there from 11 p.m. till 7 a.m. waiting to get like a scan and stuff.
Oh, so it took you 7-8 hours to get.
Yes, bro.
at.
We could Baton Rouge ER. I mean,
Yeah.
like I saw dudes walking in looking like Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, it's legit. Whenever you get in that like ER room, dude, it's like I'm last on the list.
I've heard some crazy stories about people that like walk in the ER.
I've heard people getting dropped off from the door.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they go
So
out there
I've
with a
heard
stretcher,
these
pick them up, and take them into surgery. I'm like, okay, I'm not that bad, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I got in, man, and they said, okay, we need to get you. Like, I was 18.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we need to get you into surgery right now. I'm like,
For what?
right. That's what I was most scared of. I was like, no shit, really. Corey's sitting there right next to me.
I just can't pitch.
Yeah, right.
I thought my arm was just hurting a little
I
bit.
was like, yeah, I thought
What's
it was
the
just
deal?
sore. Like, yeah, dude, like you have 2 blood clots. I have 1 blood clot in my lung, and the other one was in my arm still.
Oh my god.
Shit.
And the one was going through my lung and shit, and I would have had a heart attack if it would have made it all the way through. And
So
up
how long was that recovery? You had surgery and then.
So I had surgery, and I got out on my birthday in October. That was the shittiest time ever.
Yeah.
But like I got out in October, and I was back throwing by January.
Oh, so it's pretty good. Like once you
It's
have
like
it, it's
6,
pretty,
8 weeks, something like that. But like we
Okay.
took it light because it was fall ball.
Right.
Like,
6 to 8 weeks for you.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I was just want to get back throwing. Like I said,
Yeah.
I was 18. I was young, dumb.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, whatever, dude. You know, I'm
Yeah.
ready to throw again. But yeah, that was a scary ass time right
I
there.
bet, dude. I mean, I can't imagine. Like I've had teammates that have had thoracic outlet. I've had teammates that I played with that he has dead fingers because he had a blood clot in his arm and like his fingers turned purple and went cold and like it felt like like when it's freezing cold outside and you like touch something like your hands are cold and you touch like a,
Try to text.
whatever.
You ever try to text?
And you're like, God damn, this stings. He said every time he pitched, that's what would happen.
Uh-huh.
And they had to like, he would get a blister and he couldn't feel it. There was no blood flow, so he couldn't heal. Had a blood clot. He ended up not being able to start. And he's a reliever, closer in the big leagues. But
Right.
he just,
Yeah.
show you that's crazy, man. It's scary because you don't realize that like.
That is a
Right,
serious.
That's as
especially
serious as
like
it
I
is,
was saying,
exactly.
man. And as a young kid, like you think you could just do everything, right?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
y'all were the same way.
Right.
You twist your ankle, you're like, dude, take
I'm
me
good.
up.
Just tape it up and go. As long as
yeah,
I can walk,
right.
I'm all right.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
I do think that's like the big part of like as you get older when it comes to injuries, it's like, oh shit, I know how that feels. I know what that took you to last time it felt like that.
Yeah.
Let's slow down a little bit more
Right.
so than like,
Well,
oh shit, I just can't do it
compare
anymore.
that, and then compare that to people that have never really like played high level sports. Like they don't know how. Like I'm not saying that they're not in pain.
well, no,
No,
sports
no,
injury
no.
is different than
No,
like
that's
an
my
everyday.
point. But like
injury.
I'm
I know
talking
what
about
you're
like
saying.
if they went like they rolled their ankle walking off the curb or something, like that would feel way different to them than like they would think they were dying, right? But like an athlete or someone who has learned how to get through that, like that's.
And and especially for pitchers in this game, there's a very, very fine line between are you injured
Are you hurt?
or are you hurt?
Sore.
doubt.
Yeah, right.
Because everybody's
Or are
hurt.
you dying?
Right.
Because
doubt.
everybody's hurt,
Yeah,
like, and
like,
it's just
nobody
it is
feels
what it is.
100%
He'll
anymore.
tell you like you start pitching and that thing's hanging every day almost.
Hanging.
Like, what are you gonna do? You can't
Hanging.
not throw.
Give me
Best
4
day I felt was
Advil.
walking on the campus.
Give me some Voltaren. Like we're good to go. I don't know if they give you Voltaren in college, but
Oh.
pro ball.
Was that like anti-inflammatory?
It's
Or
not-
something?
Stronger
great.
though.
Yeah,
stronger than the Celebrex they give you here in
Yeah.
Baton Rouge.
That's what I got before.
That's
Dude, you get to a high enough level, they start giving you the Voltaren
You need
shots.
Voltaren shots. You're good. Okay.
Then you're really
Yeah.
living.
Then you're like, damn. Can I get that every day? Like, no,
I think
you
we gotta
probably
start bringing
die.
that to the college level, man. I would have died for that, dude. Yeah, I would have
You
died
gotta
for
cross
that.
the border. You gotta cross the border down to Mexico. Get bring it back.
Dude, I would have died for that.
I'm telling you, it's special.
Just walk on down to Knoxville. They got it.
What was Jay's message after the season? I know, like, look, Jay comes on every Monday, or used like during the season for the last month and a half, and he's pretty open with us, and he's pretty, he laughs at Lloyd, and Lloyd doesn't make him too mad when he makes these stupid comments. But he's so emotionally invested in the team, right? Which is a good thing from your coach, from the head guy, and the guy who runs the show, and so. I would assume that he was a pretty passionate and fiery message. I don't know. What did he say after the series, and how was his demeanor?
After Southern Miss?
Yeah, after the season was over.
After the season was over, man, it was heartfelt. Like a part of Jay I've never seen, and that understood the way that he, the way that he presented it, and all that. And it was more so, he pulled us into our meeting room in the hotel room.
Right.
He was like, "Hey guys."
So this was
Right after. We're still in uniform.
Okay.
Like in Southern Miss, still in uniform and stuff. And he said, "All right, floor is yours." And I was like,
Oh, to you?
No. So the whole team,
okay.
the whole team. He was like, "Hey guys, the floor is yours. Whatever you need to say it now, or forever hold your peace." And I was like, "All right." I didn't know what to do, know what to say. I was like, whatever. And then one by one, guys
that's how it
started popping
starts,
up and everything.
Who was the first one to stand up?
Big T-Man, I think it was. Maybe. Travinsky. I'm not sure, though. I had my head in my damn hand still. I was all messed up. I'm like, dude, this is the last time I'm going to play baseball and shit. But, and then after that, after we all said our what we had to say and stuff, he was awesome. I mean, he came in and he said, "Hey, listen, I wanted to take this team." He probably said this to y'all. He wanted to take this team to Omaha worse than any team, just to have prove himself coming in the first year. That was his personal thing. But he also said, there was a tradition here before. Every 4 years, every class that came in, you were guaranteed to go to Omaha. And he felt bad for me, T-Mac, all the older guys that were in the program still. He said, "Hey, I want to take you there because of you guys." And Beloso and all the 4th year, 5th year guys. And that was his main thing. And he felt like he failed almost, and you could see it. It bothered him a lot, definitely.
Yeah. And that's all you really can ask for, right? From a manager, especially a new guy who doesn't really know. He didn't recruit you to come here. He didn't really know you outside of what he learned from you from that first year, right? You have a short amount of time to make a good impression on him, right? It doesn't matter what you did the other 3 years. If you don't make that good impression on the new guy and the new staff, it's going to be an uphill climb for you. So to have a guy that invested with the guys already on the squad, that's a huge thing.
Him in baseball, it's
I know he loves. He's obsessed
insane.
with it.
I've seen guys who love baseball, and I've seen Jay Johnson.
Yeah.
This dude. I'm talking we leave the field at 9 o'clock, those Sunday games where we leave the field later, show up at 7 a.m. His car is there. I don't think he leaves. Some days I really
Probably
don't think.
sleeps in his office.
I'm convinced he doesn't leave and he doesn't sleep. And he doesn't drink. So he always talks about drinking orange juice. Orange juice.
What does orange juice do?
That's his shit, dude. No, orange juice is his shit. He talks about, he says, we'll lose a game. He'll go, "Guys, I'm just going to sit in my office, drink orange juice, and stare at the ceiling." I'm like, dude, I'm crushing 10 beers. What do you mean you're drinking? We just lost
Orange
8-6.
What
What do you mean?
a drink of choice.
I'm telling you, he crushes it. He loves it. There was always orange juice in the players' lounge, in everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, God. We
What-
gotta find out about that.
From your perspective, right? And I'm not, like you said, there's at the end of a year, right? There's exit meetings, there's tough conversations, and we were live streaming the game. We changed our time from 11 to 1 to 6 to 8 on Mondays and Wednesdays, and the first day was Monday, and that was the last game of the regional, and we're watching it, and we started early, and we were watching from 5 until the game was over. So after the game was over, we had a live reaction to what happened, to the results of it. And we were talking about how, with all of the rules with COVID, and how there's a 40-man roster. Now it's going to go back to 35. And with the transfer portal and with some of the things that were lacking, maybe with this team, there's going to be a lot of tough meetings, right? There's going to be a lot of tough conversations.
Yeah.
We have seen a couple guys transfer, so I'm assuming those conversations have already been had.
Yeah.
Was there exit meetings for everybody, or was it selective? How did that end up happening? Because that usually happens when you get back to Baton Rouge.
Right, yeah. So, yeah, there was – I mean, everybody had an exit meeting. But as far as that, whatever goes on in there, kind of their business, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure who's going to transfer or what, but I'm pretty sure that whoever transferred already is probably going to be just about it. I mean, we need pitching. We need every arm we got. So, I wouldn't doubt we see Hasty come back. I wouldn't doubt that we see, you know, any of those other guys come back. So, you know.
How do you feel about with being here year one of Jay, seeing his method, seeing how he goes about things, seeing in the program? How do you feel about the direction of the program moving forward from here, being on the other side of it now?
I said it a million times. He's going to win a lot of championships.
Yeah.
Guaranteed he's going to win a lot of championships. So he's a great coach, and I know that he's going to do great things here. Like I said, he's married to this game.
Yeah.
You know, so I think he's definitely going to be good.
What do you, as far as guys coming in and transferring, because Jason Kelly and Jay's kind of alluded to me off air that, you know, there's going to be some guys probably coming in from the portal, which they should, right? Everywhere is going to have these guys, and, you know, competition makes everyone else better, right? So for me, as a guy who's not in the program right now, you would assume that all 3 rotation spots next year are up for grabs, right? Like, nobody really came up. Mikel's not coming back, right? Like, he's done.
No, he's done. That was his 5th year.
Yeah, that was his last year, right? So,
he's
you don't have a guy. Now, Ty Floyd has the ability, obviously, but he came on last 3-4 weeks of the season.
Right.
So there's really not anyone that really took that spot on the rotation spot and said, hey, I'm the guy going in next year. So I would assume they're going to go out there and get probably some starting pitching, maybe bring in some depth a little bit more depth in the bullpen to help with the guys that are leaving. And then, you know, as far as position players, I think that they're pretty good coming in with the guys they have coming back. But I would assume he's probably going to try to bring 1 or 2 guys in.
Probably.
What do you think is probably the biggest need of, like, right now to compete to make it to Omaha next year?
Starters.
Yeah.
Easily. That's enough. I mean, we need.
We
need a Mikhail Hilliard. Honestly,
Yeah.
we need like 3 of those. Honestly, like I said, if we had 1 more, we would have had a damn good shot. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
I mean, you look at all the teams in the SEC, right? Like Tennessee and those games, like, everybody's throwing noise, right? Everybody's
Friday,
coming in.
Saturday, Sunday guys. It's
Right,
only
and
3
they're
guys.
and that's the way it is, right? And that with the portal and with all the rosters shrinking, everybody's going to want to be in this league. It's the best premier league in college baseball. This is as close as you're going to get to professional baseball before you get to professional baseball.
Right.
And it's going to be flooded with a ton of talent. So the only way you'd be able to compete with that is to be able to have the guys on the mound that can go out there and do it. Not only have the good stuff, but be able to mentally say, you know what, I'm going to go after this guy. I'm going to fucking get him out.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's tough.
I think Jay is actually going to change a lot around with what he's bringing as far as West Coast players. You know, you don't see a lot of West Coast players here.
Yeah.
But he likes his West Coast dudes, and it's a different style of baseball.
Yeah.
So, you know, like he's trying to bring – I see what he's trying to do. I know exactly what he's trying to do, and I'm so used to old – like, hey, guerrilla ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that was what LSU's known for, right?
Yeah.
So, like, that's kind of what –
there could be a mix, right? Like, you can go out and, like, the West Coast is really good at their pitching and their defenses. That's what they're known for in the West Coast, right? Southeastern Conference, down south, like, you're going to have some guys in the lineup with some juice. Like, why can't you do both? And you can. I think that's what he's probably trying to do is go out there and get those guys to come in here and say, hey, you're going to be on the mound. You're good. I've seen that you're good. You've proved it in college baseball. Come here, solidify a rotation because we got 3 All-Americans in the lineup coming in next year that are still going to be able to bang.
Right. And that's why the transfer portal is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, like, seriously, you can pick up a guy, I mean, in NIL. No, I'm not saying that it's happening or whatever. I don't know, whatever. But we heard of Texas A&M. We've heard, like, all that shit with
And
the
look, that's
NIL.
okay if it's
And that's
it's
okay,
legal.
right.
I mean,
It's legal.
it's-
So, like,
none of it's illegal right
that's
now.
what I mean.
So
Like,
there's nothing to
that's what I don't understand. Did they win?
Yeah.
Let's go. That's a win.
Cash that ticket.
Cash that ticket,
Bet
baby.
that.
But you don't, like, you shouldn't have to defend yourself like, hey, we're paying guys through NIL. Like, that's the way it is.
They made the rule. They made
Everybody's
the rule,
doing it.
We've established, bro. There is no better time to be a college athlete if you are a college athlete.
I wish it would have happened 5 years ago. I mean, honestly, like I didn't get the chance to get in on too much.
Yeah, there's
like,
no better
year,
time.
I'm like, hey, screw that. I'm just gonna come in and play baseball. You know, that's what I'm here for. So.
Yep.
You know.
What's next for you?
I don't know, man. You know,
Your fiance's here.
She is
You're getting married. When's the wedding? You don't tell me the exact date. You can tell me around.
End of October.
Okay, football season wedding.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Okay. We scheduled it.
Okay, I was about to say you have a football brother.
We scheduled it around.
Okay. I was like, damn, that is a.
No.
Could make a lot of people down here mad. Scheduling a wedding during football season.
River Ranch out in Lafayette.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
My area, man. 237.
That's right.
It's a good spot. Y'all gonna do it all in that, like that whole area.
That whole thing. We got all the carriage houses and things rented out, so it's gonna be
nice.
man.
End of October, River Ranch.
Thank you, man.
Are you gonna be a Lafayette resident or what?
Nah, man. I got a house in the working right now up in Pittsburgh.
Are y'all going back to the Berg?
Back to the Berg, man. So we're gonna do that. I don't know yet. I mean, she's not too happy about it, but
hey, that's what his fiance is from the Berg.
Yeah, so I actually met your sister. What was that
At
Cinco de Mayo
Cinco de
day?
Mayo.
Yeah. So I actually met your sister then, and she was telling me about everything, and I'm like, I completely forgot that y'all were from there.
yeah.
So, but yeah, my fiance's from there.
No shit, man. That's awesome. You know what part?
She grew up in Upper St. Clair, I think.
Oh, no shit. Yeah, it's like 10, 20 minutes away from here.
Yeah.
That's close. That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Are you a football guy?
Yeah.
So Steelers guy, obviously.
Yeah, we have season tickets. Of course.
Okay. What do you? Okay.
Of course.
Perfect. Let's get into this.
They all bleed that. What do
What
you?
do you got? What do you got going
Here we
in?
go, Steelers.
Hey,
Here we
They're
go.
renegade all day.
I do want to go to Heinz Field.
Let me know.
I do want. I've never
Wait,
been
there is a Saints game there this year.
Let me know.
I know.
I got 4 tickets.
I just don't want to go when it's freezing cold.
One,
Dude, you
2,
can
3,
have,
4.
Good luck.
Yeah,
I
but
know,
that's
I'd
not
rather
gonna
go. It
happen.
has to be early in the fall. I think.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I have 4 tickets. If you want them, text me, whatever. I don't give a shit.
Oh, we'll go together. We'll go.
Even better. I'll take all the tailgates, all the spots.
Yeah.
Exactly what I want. Okay, so tell me this. Your quarterback situation. Okay, you drafted.
That's how you feel about it? Come on.
You drafted.
I
Bring
think he's
Big
gonna
Ben
have.
back.
You drafted small hands. Kenny Pickett. Now I don't think the hands are an issue.
Who's the starter week 1?
I don't know. Shit.
I think it's Trubisky. I like Trubisky.
I don't think Pickett could fend himself in NFL right now.
I agree. I think.
I don't think
Listen,
he's good enough yet.
They drafted Ben Roethlisberger and he didn't start his first year.
Right. I mean, you need time, bro. Work your way in, get a couple games in. You know.
But I like Trubisky for y'all. I think Trubisky's going to be good. I think I've always thought Trubisky was better than people gave him credit for. I mean, you saw what happened in Chicago. It's a shit show. Like you have Justin Fields there who is legit, and he looked like he'd never played football in his life.
Yes.
So like it was I think that Trubisky is going to be a guy. I think Trubisky could be the guy going forward for y'all. I don't know.
Are y'all a playoff team this year?
I hope so. I don't know, but I hope
He's
so.
never had a losing record in his life.
I know, yeah.
Did you grow up playing hockey? Like
Nah, man. I'm a diehard Pens fan now.
Really?
Love Pens games. Like that's if I would go to one sport up there, Pens games.
Well, I got to watch the Pens play when I was playing in Tampa. They were playing it was Game 6, Stanley Cup Finals against the Lightning. Evan Longoria got us a suite, and we all went.
Awesome.
And
That's
I was
like an
like,
unbelievable
"This
scene to go
is the most electric atmosphere I've ever seen."
God.
Playoff hockey is awesome. Playoff hockey is better, I think, than any sport ever.
I know. It is cool, man. That's definitely my favorite sport to go watch out of all.
So you're Sid the Kid guy, obviously.
Love Sid.
You got a jersey?
Malkin. I have a Flurry jersey. Whenever he was with the Pens.
Yeah.
Kind of small now. I was like 15, 14, whatever I was. So,
Yeah.
You know, that's the only one I have. But I'm a big Sid guy. I got to meet what's his name? The Hall of Fame guy. For the Pens.
No, I mean you're quizzing me on something that I'm not.
Lemieux?
Oh,
Mario
Oh,
Lemieux.
Mario
Mario
Lemieux.
Lemieux. I don't know why I couldn't remember his name.
You didn't know I knew that, did you?
No, I mean,
Yeah, Lemieux, man. So I got to meet him. He was at my cousin's wedding and everything, dude. So like I
Damn,
diehard shit.
that's
right
pretty
there.
awesome.
I love it.
Yeah.
My favorite thing.
So when's the wedding? You're staying here until the wedding, and then after the wedding you'll go back.
So
or
I'm
you'll
leaving
go?
actually in 10 days. I'm gonna head up there and I gotta start getting acclimated for work and stuff.
What's work?
So construction, concrete construction.
what did I
brick.
tell you?
brick, masonry, all that stuff. We do that.
Just the Pittsburgh life,
Bro, I'm telling you though, if I
He's like looking
The
forward
Steel
to
City,
it. He's
I know he
so excited
is.
to do it.
I mean, what did you expect?
How many cigarettes a day?
no, man.
Big fat dip. He's got a red man hat on. I
He's
think
got
I
a
know.
red man hat on,
Big
yeah.
Charles.
That is my stuff right there, man.
The good stuff.
I don't know, man. You know what? If they offered me a job down here to be a coach or something, I would 100% be in.
Yeah.
I still love baseball.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, but the coaching aspect of things is hard. Bro, you're nonstop. Like, I went in for our exit meetings. There's plane tickets on Jay's desk to go to Dallas, to go to Cali, to go to. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn. But I love baseball still. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm my hourglass is definitely running out to be able to play. But I would love to do something like in that.
Right.
Maybe further down the road. I got to make money first, bro. 'Cause I know coaching ain't all.
Yeah, well, it's
sunshine or
tough
rain.
because like
it's
it's
tough.
like I always said the same thing. Like if I wanted to coach, I'd want to coach at LSU. Like I don't
Yeah,
want
that's
to
the
coach.
only way I'd do it.
I don't want to coach in
Yeah.
pro ball. I don't want to coach. I don't want to go and travel to go like have small school to
Right.
get to a big school. Like, and doesn't happen all the time. So like.
Yeah.
If I'm not gonna get that job, like I don't want to do it because
That's what I'm saying,
not
too.
passionate enough about. I'm passionate about baseball, but I'm not passionate enough about another school that I don't really want
Right.
to be at.
Neither am I. That's why I'm like, hey, dude, you need a bullpen coach? Like,
Yeah.
You want to see
Yeah.
my ass for one more year down the bullpen? I'm down, but like,
You'll end up just throwing down there.
yeah, right.
Keep the jersey.
Shit, dude, I'll get him right. I don't care, whatever.
I don't know. And look, you
Mindset's
motivate
everything.
their ass. You'll jump their ass. It's fine. It's good.
Alright.
What's the difference? The last question, and then I'll let you go. What is the difference? Here he is. What is the difference between
What was that?
Jay Johnson and Maneri? Because obviously Maneri brought you here, he recruited you here, and like Coach Maneri has a lot of positives, but a lot of flaws. Obviously, there's some people that like him, some people that don't like him. I got to see Coach Maneri. We got to see Coach Maneri in a completely different mindset, I think, than he was
4
when
years
y'all
in
were
the
here,
past.
right?
Yeah, right.
Like the beginning of his career at LSU, he was a bulldog, and I think at the end of his career, he was a little tired, maybe, but
I was saying that I think the love of the game passed him up.
Yeah.
In the last little bit. You
Yeah.
know? Because my freshman year, he was still piss and vinegar. You know, he was still.
Right.
I mean, he
Yeah.
was. And then my sophomore year, you kind of saw him taking that like older mentality, kind of just
Right.
happy to be there. You know.
right.
But the differences are, I mean, Maneri was in your face. I mean, like, he didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he wasn't
Yeah.
afraid to get in your ass every once in a
Right.
while if you needed it. You
Yeah,
know, and that
every
was
once
like,
in a while, a lot of times.
I mean, dude, you know, I mean, hey.
Very many a time.
Yeah.
He tried to cut me, you know, he tried all that, and I'm sure he's done it to many other players as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, did he do it to you or something?
No, I
But
just
he did to Lewis Coleman.
I just-
He was pissed
I just
7 years
know-
in the big leagues trying to
Right.
cut him too.
it only makes me laugh because I just know if he heard this right here, he'd be like, "No, that never happened." Like, Coach, you know what you did.
You're right, yeah.
You know what you did.
And we ended up having a great
I ain't mad at
relationship.
it.
Like, bro,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
a
yeah.
great dude to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, that's definitely, like, Jay was more understanding, and, like, I mean, he'll still get after you a little bit.
But he kind of treated you like a professional, like more of
Right,
like in the
yeah.
yeah. That's what-
Right, like, it's pro ball, dude.
Yeah.
Like, hey, if you mess up, it's on you. You
Yeah.
know, like, it's not
Yeah.
anybody else's fault but yours, and that's kind of the way he ran the whole ship this year.
Yeah.
Right.
Which was,
Right.
it was good.
Which is good. That's a good change of pace, for sure.
Right. I mean, it was awesome. JK was totally different too. You know,
Yeah.
talking about him. I mean,
Yeah.
Totally different.
Well, dude, I enjoyed watching you play. I enjoyed watching how much success you had and how much fun it looked like you were having. Finally healthy,
Yeah.
out there this year, dominating. I really wish y'all made that run for you and for the other guys, but life happens sometimes, man.
Thanks,
Like
man.
my last year at LSU and my junior year, we didn't even make the postseason. So I ended my career practicing, thinking that we were gonna get an at-large bid, and we did not.
Right.
So, you know, it's never how you draw it up. You know, it doesn't always happen that way, but I'm happy and proud for you, man. I'm excited for your next future. I'm excited for y'all getting married.
Yeah, I appreciate
And I'm coming up to Pittsburgh and we're going to a game.
Let me know.
Yeah, we're definitely
Four
coming up.
We're
tickets.
definitely
We're
doing
definitely
it.
coming up.
My buddy got 5 Pens tickets too. He got 5.
We're doing
season
both.
tickets.
We're going. When does hockey season start?
It's same time as football season.
Yeah.
Hockey
coming
season's
up.
got to be the longest season.
Yeah, we're in the playoffs right now.
Hockey season's got to be the
how
longest.
the Buccos aren't even in it, like the Pittsburgh Pirates. You know, like we're
Bro,
baseball dudes.
There's
are like,
nothing to
yeah,
see
we
there.
ain't watching the Pirates, dude.
Absolutely nothing to
the
see.
Pirates, you know why they stink? Because they have a payroll of $50 million.
Oh my God, it's
They don't try to do anything.
They ain't trying to win.
They
They
stink.
could care less about
They
winning.
such
care
a shame.
less.
Have you played in the
I
PNC?
have.
Oh, it's a beautiful park.
One of my favorite
No,
parks
it's
I
a
ever
beautiful
played at.
park.
Insane.
The backdrop, everything. I played in Pittsburgh once and I enjoyed it.
We've literally said, we've talked about this a lot too. We're like, dude, there's two views in baseball.
2-0 Notre Dame.
The best.
Ah.
Pittsburgh's view, looking out in the outfield, and then Charlotte.
And
Literally
Charlotte.
is right under it.
Charlotte, North Carolina, AAA.
And so we've talked about it a lot, but yeah, I'm not trying to go see one of them.
No,
They might give you a call.
I don't want. I hope they're better because like the Pittsburgh fans are fun, exciting, and like
That's a
kind
passionate
of
fan
similar,
base.
kind of similar to Boston. They're very
Passionate,
passionate. Like,
That's a
but,
passionate
like,
fan base.
They haven't had it. They couldn't. I don't even know what was the last time Pittsburgh made the postseason. The Pirates.
I don't know.
When
I
McCutcheon
don't
was there,
know.
probably.
Maybe, yeah, probably. Which was
Probably
what,
there.
10 years ago?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
he
right.
was there. I mean, he was there a
was
long
when he
time
was there.
ago. McCutcheon's had like a whole other career since he left there.
Yeah.
For that though, probably the 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
Roberto
forever.
Clemente.
Yeah.
Stargell was playing.
Dude, I'll let you go. I appreciate you coming on the show. We've been talking about it for a while. Now the season's over with. Thanks for recapping it with us. Thanks for coming on. Good
man.
luck in your future endeavors, and we'll stay in touch, dude.
Yeah,
Absolutely, man.
Wait,
All right,
do
we're
you,
good.
Appreciate it.
beard
man.
or no beard for him? Oh, lucky man.
What is this?
She said this
little
one.
thing.
That thing was fucking- that
Oh,
thing-
like the yeah. Okay. All right, we're gonna take a 30-second break, reset. You're watching MIk'd Up, brought to you by Sterling Automotive.
The Jordy Colada Show is brought to you by A-Bears Lawn Maintenance. Commercial or residential, A-Bears Lawn Maintenance is ready to work. A-Bears can tackle all your homeowners association requirements. Call Blake at 225-485-8022. A-Bears Lawn Maintenance.
True Blue Water, true hydration at its finest. Right now, you're only a few minutes away from getting your 5-gallon water delivered to you, just like we are over here at the UDL. All you got to do is log on to truebluewater.com. That's TRU, bluewater.com. The website's fantastic over at truebluewater.com. You can get your service and find out how quick it is. You can schedule a delivery, even hop on the billing system right there at truebluewater.com. TRU, bluewater.com.
Welcome back to MIk'd Up. We are brought to you by Sterling Automotive. We were watching the Tennessee Notre Dame game, and Notre Dame just hit a 2-run homer, but it is absolutely pissing outside, and DirecTV is not very cool, and it cut it off because you'd think they'd figure that out by now.
This is why you don't get DirecTV. People are obsessed with it, but you can't. It's not
Well, who's
reliable.
obsessed with it? I've not heard one person obsessed with DirecTV.
Well, because it was back in the day of whenever if you got DirecTV, you got Red Zone. And so everybody's
Now
like, oh,
Red
God,
Zone, you can get Red Zone
but-
everywhere.
But it's like people with Androids, they're set in their ways of, no, I'm right. And it's
Who-
like, no,
I-
you're
who
wrong.
I don't trust anybody with Android.
You shouldn't.
Android.
You not a big green message guy?
Well, one of our friends used to be a green message guy.
Yeah. This is where I was going.
And every time we would send a group text, it would not go to everybody because he was the only guy in our friend group that had the Android. And so you had to send separate text messages.
I think the birth of our group me came from
from him.
green message guy.
That's
Yes.
what happened to us. We had to download WhatsApp because one person had an Android. And it's like, do you know how inconvenient you're making everything? And
For
like,
no reason.
For no reason. They're like,
And-
well, they're
Well,
set in their ways.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm not going to Apple. They iPhones stink.
Yeah, talk to 99.9% of the planet.
Yeah, it's stupid.
A lot of those people should just get the boot.
Yeah, they should. Hey, you have an Android, you're done.
You're done.
You're done.
Cut.
See.
See,
It was great. It was great.
he's scary.
He's a big human being. He's pumped to go back to Pittsburgh. He's going to
I
be.
guarantee he's
Hey.
getting a workout in today.
His wife, South Louisiana, from Crowley. I'm sure she's been back to Pittsburgh.
Oh, it's gonna be.
I don't know if she's been back.
No.
for
I'm
the
sure
winter.
she's visited for the winter. 2+ weeks there, she's gonna be like, "This is terrible."
She was, and he's so excited to go back.
Can't wait.
Oh yeah, his sister actually told me that. She was like, "No, I think after the year he's got a job, some stuff." And I was like, "Oof, well, good luck with that."
Oof.
But obviously that's them.
He
Steel
not
City,
only
baby.
excited to get back, but wants to work construction. Like he
Blue
wants
collar.
to do
Hey,
it.
That is absolutely crazy. I didn't realize his injury had gotten that bad.
Yeah, I didn't know
when he
either. I
had
didn't know
it.
his whole arm went up. Dude,
Yeah.
it is raining.
Yeah, it's coming down.
He needs to be on McAfee.
What is it? What?
He should be on McAfee.
That should
Trent.
really tell you a lot about him.
They
though. The
would be
guy,
like, you're pure fucking
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
hey,
Yeah.
that should tell you a lot about
What do
him.
they call it,
Motherfucker was
Yinzer?
Yeah,
Still trying to
Yinzer.
throw. Still trying to throw like that.
That's what I'm saying. That's pure fucking Pittsburgh. Like, I'm fine. It's like, bro, you're dying. I got one more in
But
me.
it's fine, I can still breathe. Am I good?
I'm good.
I know I'm sweating and I'm pale as shit, but I'm good.
I'm good.
I can't really talk a little bit. I can't think, but I can know I need to throw the ball home
Yeah.
plate. I can do that. Your guy
What we got?
Your guy looks like he is going to fall on his feet.
See, I knew that's where you were going with this.
Become the starter again for the Cleveland Browns.
Here's the real question, though.
Because it doesn't look like. First of all,
If you talk about under the table, it's Deshaun.
let's think about this. He has signed. He as in Deshaun Watson. And look, at the beginning I wasn't sure, and like they came out and said it was fine. He signed the biggest contract in NFL football history, right? Fully guaranteed, the only contract ever, fully guaranteed. He was given to him to go play in Cleveland. He may not even play, but he has the most player-friendly contract of all. Baker wants to leave. They keep Baker there, and now Baker's going to end up maybe being a starter again.
So,
How do you feel about that?
so for me, first off, I see why.
What if he takes him to the playoffs?
We'll get there. Slow your roll. For me, first off, I see why the Saints lost out on the Deshaun sweepstakes, because it's very obvious. He said, "Look, I don't know where this thing's going, but they giving me all the bag.
Yeah, and the Cleveland
not
came
part
in-
of the bag, all the bag,
all of it. Every
so
single
I'm taking
dollar
every
they
bit
have.
of it because I don't know when I'm gonna get back on the field, right? So that happened. Okay, cool. But the whole Baker situation, look, I don't think Baker's a very good quarterback. I'm just being straight up. I will give him his props.
been documented.
I will give him his props for last year in the sense of
Gutting it out.
battling through the labrum, whatever, and all this and all that. But truth be told, he probably should have been sitting, simply because like he wasn't healthy. He wasn't good enough to like
Right.
help the team. Right? What you played, cool. You gutted it out. The real question is he gonna make me eat words that I said last year by being healthy and somehow like performing well this year?
Right.
Because I ain't eating that shit. I don't care.
I mean, but here's the deal, though. Here's the deal. If he has to, people are like, well, he's not going to want to play. I'm like, well, he has to because it may
He
be
has
only.
to. This is literally him playing. Every time he puts on a Browns uniform, practice, whatever it is, he is literally showing himself for the rest of the league. That's all it is for him this year.
It's
gonna be a real awkward. Like I can't imagine him having to walk into that building, say hello, pass by people who you know don't want you in the building, and he's going to have to do that all
I
season.
mean, there's only two other teams that he can go to that you would think would maybe need a starter right now, and that's Seattle and Carolina, and they don't seem like they really want
But
him
it
to go.
It doesn't matter. He's not going anywhere this year.
He
Simply
can't.
because they wanted to get rid of him, but as long as this Deshaun Watson thing is not settled,
I mean,
He's
what
not
is?
going
I mean, does Deshaun? Does he? He can't take a plea. I mean, he can't settle now.
Did you see what he just posted on Instagram?
Song lyrics?
He posted a picture of him getting a massage, like 30 minutes before the show.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. P. Diddy commented on goes, this man needs Jesus.
P. Diddy said that? I mean, what?
That's a plea for I'm innocent. He's doing it outside.
In Houston?
Baker
He's getting a
Mayfield
massage
starting
outside
quarter-
in Houston, Texas.
Oh.
See, look.
Misrepresentation
Floyd,
of what I saw.
Floyd just dropping false info here.
But Deshaun Watson commented on it with the eyeball emojis. That counts for something.
that does
Hey,
count for something.
Hey, do you think? Wait, time out. This is the most ridiculous thing I'm about to say. But do you think he like? You think he went to his Explore page and because he's done this massage thing so much that it like massage situations pop up on his
Yes!
Hey,
Dude,
66.
I wonder what his Pornhub looks like. It's just all milking table.
His Pornhub looks like Mia Khalifa dunking on him all day.
Yeah, that's also out there. The video of Mia Khalifa
That's
dunking
why.
in this.
That's why I thought it was him getting a massage. He's like, this man is ruthless. He needs Jesus. I mean, the horniest man of all time.
66 massages and 17. No, wait. 66 massages throughout the course of that
No, I
year.
think
right?
massage therapist.
Oh, 66 massage therapists.
Yeah. So there could be some repeat offenders too. So
that's so many in 1 year. And
how many would you think you would need in Major League Baseball if you got one every time you thought you needed one?
You have a massage service on staff, or you have a person that you literally hire to go and give you massages no matter where. Like they either fly and come with you, or to meet you there, or you have someone that's always with you around your home stadium.
That's true, but at the same time, look, the massage therapist thing, that number could run up, but 66 is crazy. Like I
understand how there could be 20.
Yeah,
because like you're traveling, you don't have a person with you, and you're just going to somebody, you're just finding someone there to do it. Because listen,
because certain teams do run it that way, and then certain teams like they're not like. I mean, right now, this day, I think everyone's probably got one, but probably by the start of his career, and like you just don't know what kind of I guess groove he got in, if you want to call it a groove.
He got in the groove.
Oh, boy. I knew I screwed up when I said that because I saw his eyebrows went straight up.
Don't do it. He did it. He did it. I don't know. It's just a crazy.
Well, what's wild is that you talked about Baker Mayfield, and he's going to have to walk through that door. And he's going to have to be with those teammates. But they traded a lot of them away. There's no more Adele, no more Jarvis. Like it's a different team. But don't you think there's like a part of the football team that looks at him and is like, I respect him for gutting it out because he wasn't healthy.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got a little bit of respect from some of those guys, and not only gutting it out, but if he shows up about his business every day, people probably look at him and respect him better as far as for teammates-wise, so I could see it somewhat being kind of galvanizing for him.
Because Deshaun ain't playing.
I don't think so. I find it very tough for – I will say this. I do think the NFL is holding out for as long as they can till it's literally week 1 kickoff to make a decision.
Browns,
but in a way, it stinks for them because, I mean, they're both going to have to practice. Right.
And back to your Baker thing, right? Like most of the teams that I've been on, the stuff that happens, like Baker hasn't come out and trashed his teammates, right? Like Baker's only come out and put on him, but he's come out and like basically like been at odds with the upper management of the organization. So like as far as like getting the guys to like rally around him and play for him, like I don't think there's a rift between him and the players. Like obviously he doesn't want to be there because the upper management didn't want him there. But if he's there, I don't think that any of the guys that he has there on the team are gonna like have an issue of playing for him.
Right.
When it comes down to it, you know what I mean? But it's going to be interesting. Football season is right around the corner. It's 90 something days away. Do you know the countdown?
The corner's not that big. It's literally right around it.
It's just a big curve right there. You know, it's not necessarily a hard corner. It's a curve. But you're kind of on the beginning of that curve.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Speaking of wild, we talked about LeBron and Kobe and Michael being the only basketball players, and LeBron being the only active basketball player as being a billionaire, right?
Oh, we got a little Tennessee shitstorm going on over here.
Always a Tennessee shitstorm.
He may have faked getting hit by a pitch.
Now Gilbert probably leaned into this a little bit.
Got the elbow pad on Barry. Oh, that's a strike.
They're gonna say they're just put. Actually, they're gonna call it a strike, and then Vitel's gonna get tossed.
That would be awesome.
So he's gonna chest bump the umpire again, get tossed, get suspended.
Yeah, they're down 2-0. It's a great time to get tossed.
Yeah.
First inning.
It's too early. But Tiger Woods just became a billionaire. And here, listen. Obviously, Tiger Woods has been successful and has been a celebrity for a long, long time. This man got caught doing some stuff that he probably shouldn't have been doing. His wife divorced him, took half his money. He lost all of his sponsors, was in a dark, dark period, remade his image, got back on the golf course, won another major, then got in a car accident, almost had to amputate his legs.
On Thanksgiving.
He had 6 back surgeries, came back again, and still, through all of this, has become a billionaire.
I'm just my
Can you imagine what happened if none of that stuff happened?
Well, my mind says more on how do you have I guess a way to call it is a 9-figure bad investment, right? Where you lost 9 figures and still found a way to become a billionaire.
It was multiple bad investments, by the way.
Unbelievable.
No. It was, It's decently documented.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a thing or two about
It's
it.
decently documented. But my point is, lose 9 figures and still find a way to become a billionaire.
I mean, that's why
That's unbelievable.
the Live Golf Tour offered him almost $1 billion to go there. That's why he's like, I am a billionaire.
I'm a billionaire.
I don't
Good.
need to go there because you're offering me $1 billion. I'm about to be I'm trying to become the greatest golfer of all time, right? Like some would say he is. Obviously, he did not catch jack as far as majors are concerned, but
18-16?
huh?
I think it's 18 to 16.
Is that what it
in terms
is?
of
Is
major
it 2?
count. Yeah.
I thought it was more than that, but maybe.
It's only 2.
Yeah.
But still, he hasn't caught him. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. He's arguably the best golfer of all time.
Most dominant golfer of all time.
Most dominant. That's probably the best. That's probably the best way to describe it, is because that stretch that he went through in
It was
the
Tiger in the
90s
field.
and 2000s, so probably 2008
That was the second prime. It was 2006 to 2008.
was his like
second prime, but
the other one was
2001
longer.
to
The first one was
2000,
longer,
yes.
right?
Yeah, you couldn't beat him.
Couldn't beat him. Like he was winning at like a
clip that's
70%
never been
clip,
done.
I feel
yeah,
like.
Every time you turned on the television, it was Tiger Woods in the lead, and everybody was sitting down to watch.
And if he had Tiger red on Sunday, it was over.
It's over. Blood red.
He didn't relinquish any leads ever. So he just became a billionaire, which is unbelievable. Like, you hear it, man, he's a billionaire, and you're like, that's a lot of money, but you don't realize, like,
He could
if you
be
gave everybody $1
double
million, you're like,
billionaire.
damn, $1 million is a lot of money. It's $1 billion is that times way, like it's a $1 million 999,999 times. It's unbelievable how much money. That's crazy to me. You know what I mean? Like becoming a billionaire by playing sports and going through all the things, that's unbelievable to me. I don't know. It blows my mind. It's cool to me that it's like athletes become billionaires.
Yeah, didn't you see that pivot back to LeBron? I guess those are the 2 active athletes that are technically billionaires. LeBron wants to buy a sports team, and that's how you double.
He wants to bring a team to Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like a Vegas guy.
I think he's. I don't even think it's like I'm a Vegas guy. I just think he
Just
sees
Vegas.
the earning potential there and is like, I could really
say
do
what
some
you
crazy
want.
stuff.
Say what you want about LeBron. Like him, not like him, whatever. He has unbelievable business acumen, and he has made himself an
business.
extremely respectable and like sought after business mind. Right? Like he is. Whether that's because of the people you put around him or him, I think it's obviously more him. But it's you can hate him all you want, but you have to respect that. You know what I mean?
I think it's safe to say he doesn't have business. He is a business. You hear what I'm saying? Like that's what he's turned himself into.
Yeah. Let's talk a little gambling. We're talking. Speaking of being a billionaire,
I think our guy's officially cold.
What's
let's
that
turn.
bet slip looking like?
He just won the Oklahoma game.
He did, but
Let's turn our money into let's become billionaires, right?
Yeah.
If you
That's
want
one
to
way to do it.
want to become billionaires, the really good way to become a billionaire is to use somebody else's money to do it.
How you gonna do that?
I believe that you can do it through Caesars Sportsbook. You'd have to download the app,
Okay.
and then you have to upload money, right? You have to sign up for the app using the MIk'd Up code, which is MIk'd Up 15, MIk'd Up 15, and by doing that, what do you get?
You're gonna get at least up to $1,500 in a free bet.
If you lose.
If
Risk-free.
you lose, risk free, you get that $1,500 back.
I've also explained
Now go ahead and give them the life hack with it.
the cheat code in the life hack, and I have not gotten, hey, don't say that anymore, so I'm going to continue to say it. Maybe this will make you want to sign up. Maybe this will make you want to sign your girlfriend or your friend or your mom or your sister up. You go ahead and you sign up. You upload however much money you want up to $1,500. So you get free bet. Now, if you have the $1,500 to put in there, I would recommend doing this because you obviously it's a foolproof way of getting it back. You say, I'm going to go $1,500 and I'm going to bet the money line on a game, which means you're going to bet for one team to win. Okay? You're going to take $1,500 and you're going to bet it on. You're going to upload the app and you're going to download the app and you're going to sign up using the MIk'd Up 15 code on your girlfriend or your sister or your friend or your mom's account.
grandmother.
You're going to deposit $1,500 into your account and you're going to bet the other part of the money line.
If you're smart, and if you're smart about it, go find you something with some nice plus odds on it too. Now.
Ooh, they did release a boost that I think they took down.
No, they didn't. I think they took it down because the game started.
I don't know. But I was talking to somebody else said the games haven't started yet. It's gone. I think it got hammered. The all SEC to win plus 600 was. I bet it twice.
Oh, did you?
Oh yeah, I had to double dip. I was like, this thing seems too good.
You should just bet the max bet.
I don't even know what that is.
It's $100 for that bet for the boost.
It's hard to bet $100 on plus 600. That would be great, but I don't have the.
Would you? So whatever you bet twice, you should have bet it once.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I bet $10. Is like I should probably bet 20, so I bet another 10.
Yeah, you should just bet $20.
yeah, no, but I thought about it more, and I was like, this is kind of.
Yeah, right.
The odds are great.
Right. But
they're giving
away
away
money.
money.
You take that boost, and you say, well, guys, don't take the boost because you can't bet it. It's only max bet of 100. But you go and take the bet. You bet one side of it. The other account bets the other side of it. One side loses. You get your $1,500 back in credit. The other side wins. You get your money back plus the money that you get off of it. So now it's a win-win. Now you have the other account to go and continue to use that money to win more money to become a billionaire like Tiger Woods and watch Notre Dame beat Tennessee in the second inning with another home run.
Did you see that outfielder? He was just starstruck. He was like, I can't believe they hit a homer.
3-0.
They're going to turn on each other if this gets nasty.
This is great. It's not great for my boost bet, but this is great for...
I don't think they're in the boost.
I thought it was all SEC.
No, they only picked 3. I'll bring it up. Ooh.
Well, I'm looking at it right now. Right now. It is Tennessee, Arkansas, Auburn.
Oh, shit. They must have known.
So.
And we have the under at Tennessee Notre Dame.
Shit, that doesn't look like that's gonna happen. I told you that. I told you when I bet both of them, I was like, we should not bet the unders. I did it anyway. It's 10 and a half, though. We still have some time.
That's what I'm saying. And then he tried to cover it up with I'm taking Tennessee minus the run line. And I was like, I'm not doing that.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
That's because we weren't doing it. That's what I'm saying. He's chasing.
Well,
we're chasing.
Here's what I did. So we're going to go through the bets. Like, again, I just explained to you how to win the money. I explained to you what the bets are. Use the promo code MIk'd Up 15. Go ahead, help the boys out. It costs you nothing. You get money back from doing it. I'm just trying to tell you how to win more money. That's all I'm trying to do. People helping people. It's a beautiful thing. That's what we do. But my picks, and I didn't share them with you because I got a little caught up and I didn't share the document with my friends. I went a lot of college baseball. Now, I did bet Golden State +4 tonight. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to my house after this. Well, not really go back to my house. I'm going to go to dinner. I'm going to take out my my secret magic thing that makes me really locked in during the basketball game.
Special apparatus?
This man was watching the people in the crowd going, look how happy they are. Like they're just cheesing.
No, I didn't say how happy they are. I said look how weird they look. Like just the camera was okay. The camera, hey brother-in-law.
BIL.
The camera was looking at the commentators talking, right? And you always have the people behind the camera that are there. Usually when that happens, they've been drinking, they're close by the thing, so like they're waving and then like they're done, they start talking, they laugh, and they act like nothing's going on. No. This old couple is sitting there and all they're doing is this. Wait, hold on. Siri's trying to talk to me on this thing. All they're doing is this. For 45 seconds straight, didn't turn, didn't talk to each other, didn't look around, straight smiling at the camera, stone cold, did not move. I'm like, this is unbelievable. How do you do that? How do you have no feel of like, hey, I'm going to act like we be normal people? Well, and I don't know if it was that big of a deal, but I was in the state of mind where I thought it was.
No, whatever you pointed out to me, he videoed it and sent it to me. I was like,
this
is unbelievable what's happening. Because they thought that they were supposed to be. Like,
they thought this was a still picture for a minute.
Like, all right,
no doubt.
We're going to be on camera, so let's act like not. I don't know if it was act natural or act like, all right, we have to be on our best behavior. They literally sat there. All 4 people that they were with were all smiling. And just was like, do they think it's a picture? Do they know what's going on?
Like, this is unbelievable.
It was so funny if you saw it in the moment where you're just like, these people are fucking baked, or they just have no, like,
maybe it was
no
in
feel.
The game was in Boston. I don't know if weed's legal in Boston, but maybe. These old people medical, maybe.
I mean, he had some chompers on him, too.
Yeah, he had some veneers.
Veneers, for
yeah,
sure.
For sure, fake veneers.
Nice little chiclets.
Fake teeth. Some little chiclets.
Big chiclets. He was letting him breathe.
But on those lines, I have Golden State +4. I'm obviously going to be watching the game while eating dinner with my friends. and drinking some drinks and on my phone responsibly making more money betting live games. And I'm going to bet the game. I bet Golden State. I think they're going to win. I don't think they're going to lose 2 in a row, especially after look, they played like shit the first game, came out, played well the second game. Played like shit the third game. I think they're going to come out, and I think they're going to play well in the fourth game. Now, they are going to get absolutely hammered by the crowd. They're in Boston. They're whining and bitching and complaining. Frankly, I lost a little bit of respect for them for, like, complaining that these guys are cursing in the stands in front of their kids. Like,
especially when it
happens every game.
Well, especially Clay, who went after LeBron for the same thing.
Right.
And LeBron got just a fucking fastball to the cheek.
How about
from
this?
some
Especially
woman.
just because it's Draymond. Draymond, we know that the shit coming out of your mouth is not PG-13 when you are literally nose to nose with referees and yapping all during the game. Don't act like this is the first time you've heard
How about Draymond coming at the
stuff
big
like
men at the physicality of the old school games? He came out and said something about how, like, they were not. I'm not going to mess.
Not always cracked up to be.
I'm going to mess the quote up, but yeah, basically saying that, like,
I saw
it
it.
wasn't as
I saw it.
what they seemed it was. I'm like, listen, dude, what do you? At this point, I feel like Draymond just does it because he's setting up his career after basketball to, like, be
he's
that
doing
guy.
hot takes
No doubt.
for a podcast.
There's no doubt.
I think he needs to. If they're gonna win tonight, though, he needs a lot of hot takes on the court. Like, he's gonna have to play a lot better than he's played. A lot better than he's played the first 3 games.
Quadruple single. That's a triple single.
Triple single.
Nobody fouled out.
Oh yeah.
So quadruple single.
What was it? It was like 15. He has like 15 fouls and 15.
Yeah, I think yes.
Like 15 rebounds and 15 fouls. And
I mean, he's really out there just to do that. I mean, he's just running around creating havoc.
Yeah, it's weird too because, like, I guess earlier in his career, like, he would hit
couple threes.
Yeah, a couple threes, which is why they were so ridiculous for that.
Right.
And obviously they're still really good, but it's why they were so ridiculous. It's like if he don't get back to that, it's going to be tough for him to win the
He can't
series.
shoot it anymore.
I hate all turf fields.
Me too. It's really a disgrace to baseball. This should be the LIV Tour, and it's LIV. It's
I know it's LIV Tour.
I learned that also, but it's LIV for now.
You learned it from the interview that you heard, didn't you?
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah, which is nice to know.
I mean, everybody else is calling it LIV.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep calling it LIV.
LIV Tour.
LIV, whatever. But like this is that brand of baseball. It's a totally different sport if you play it on turf. The entire thing. Would you agree?
I personally think playing on turf, it does make infielders, maybe outfielders too, but for sure infielders, it makes you lazy because there's no such thing as a bad hop.
And,
so
and you don't have to charge the ball because the ball is moving
it's
fast.
so hot.
So for that reasons, I do. Like you said, if you had dirt in the infield, it'd make it different.
I just look. You can have the turf in the outfield and turf in the infield.
I disagree with
just
that too.
Keep the dirt. There needs to be dirt.
I do hate a turf mound, and I do hate a turf box.
Yeah,
there at least
Durf.
needs to be
I
dirt.
hate
there.
Durf.
Durf. I hate Durf too.
I hate Durf. I hate turf baselines too. I don't want to run on turf the entire game. Like, dude, if it's raining and you gotta slide halfway down the baseline.
Hey, let me tell you, turf plays different on your body too.
Yes, it does. It hurts.
It plays different.
That's a strike. They didn't call it though.
Do you think you'll see baseball players with turf tape like Alvin Kamara? That's
No.
That's the next
Not
wave.
so much. I'm just saying, like, it's like running on turf, like, is harder.
It hurts your knees and back and, like, it's
knees and
not
joints
good.
and stuff like that. It's just
They used to
harder.
not, in Tampa, they used to not let us run in the outfield for conditioning and stuff. Like, the pitchers would have to go run outside in Tampa heat in the summer because the turf was so bad and hurts your legs. Huh?
Win-win. It's a lose-lose is what I'm saying. I'm being sarcastic. Like, do you want to run on the turf or do you want to go outside where it's 110 degrees?
I'm sorry,
like,
I went over bad.
neither.
It's been a long week, you know?
Yeah.
We're grinding.
Oh, well, yeah, we are. Look, I'm better though. You fixed me, doctor.
You are better. You're welcome. Free of charge.
I needed to sleep.
You get a workout in? You get a workout in today?
I did this morning.
And yesterday.
Your boy is back.
And
dude.
yesterday.
Oh,
F45 got a little jello on
Jack,
yesterday.
cool.
Are you
What time
sore
you go?
today? Are your arms sore?
12
No.
both days. Dude, yeah, my biceps are sore at 45. Bro, they
Great product.
hammered you yesterday on the all-upper body. I couldn't even drive my car. I was trying to turn.
He texts me and goes, I'm a liability on the road right now.
Oh, noodle arm on the
Yeah,
road.
I can't move. I can't go.
Okay, I did 12.6. I can't do it.
That's like after college conditioning when you had like the hard days and you had to drive back home to your house or your apartment or whatever, and like you just like like when you're about to throw up and your mouth gets real salivy and you start like and you're like I can't do it, and then you have to pull over and throw up out of the car. Like that's happened a few times.
That happened to you?
Happened to our good friend. Shonachenko, who was late one time. Oh. He threw up 3 times on the way home. He was late to workouts. This is when, like, you could do punishment stuff. He comes in late.
Is it even worth showing up?
You don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice. You have to. I mean, whether you show up in the morning or not, you're doing it.
So be in the right state
you just
of mind.
know this is not good.
If
So
you're hungover,
he shows up and he's probably 5 minutes late, and I think he probably had gone out maybe. So
Sean never went out.
He was not ready. He was not
at the
ready.
golf course.
Not ready to do any of this. So he comes in, and our strength coach, Truck was his name, big monster. He's 6'7", like huge. And he was like, "Hey, Sean, get out. You're not working out." And so he was like, "Actually, come inside into the indoor football facility that's where we worked out at the time. Come here." So our entire time while we're working out, he is doing punishment running, and he's doing sprints. He's doing 100-yard lunge walks. He's doing pencil rolls, and he has to do it until we're done. He finishes on the far side of the field when we're done. So he starts walking in, and Chuck's like, No. You're not done yet. He goes, "What do you mean they're done?" He goes, "I know. You're going to lunge walk all the way through to your car and leave." Sean said he could barely drive home. He said he had stopped twice, threw up, 3 times, throw up, got home. He said he was miserable.
But Sean's the type of person that would absolutely attack that. He's like, it seems like he would not do it, like his mentality would be like.
If he had the opportunity not to do it, he wouldn't have done it.
No, I'm saying, but once he's in it, he's not going to go half speed. He's like,
yeah,
he
will.
I thought he was like his dad.
Oh, yeah, he will. He's going to just get through. Get me through this.
Yeah.
I would have gone. Everybody would have gone. That was miserable. Like, I don't wish that upon anyone.
But
almost impossible.
In high school, I would keep a cup in my car just in case.
You ever did pencil rolling as like a punishment?
Yeah, is that when you go straight and roll the whole way?
You just roll sideways.
Yeah, alligator rolls.
Like from like foul line like to the wall and back.
Problem with pencil rolls is let's say you have to go 50 yards, you end up going 150 yards because you're going sideways.
Serpentining, son. Yeah, we had to do it in football. We never in baseball. We didn't have punishment runs in baseball really. Like we just do poles. And
That's the one thing I absolutely hated running. Poles. Hated.
Poles?
I thought it was the stupidest thing ever. I absolutely hated
Indian runs.
Hated them.
Hated Indian runs. You know what Indian runs are?
Yeah, we did this too.
I'm like, well, why am I doing this? How is this going to help my game?
Let me sprint 100. Let me sprint from first to second or from second to home.
I'd rather do the base routine than do this.
Yeah.
This is
No
as
doubt.
dumb as it gets.
Shuffle, go.
No doubt.
First to third.
Hell yeah.
You
Second
think
to
this
home.
hits? You think this hits the under? I think this may hit the under. What is it?
It's second inning. It's 3-0.
Like, the way this guy keeps throwing that big old breaking ball.
Could have been Mikael Hilliard.
We get in the pin.
I need. We got 3. We got 8 runs to play with, boys.
We need Tennessee to stay
Rest
exactly
of the
where they
game.
are. We need them to start turning on themselves. That double play in the first.
I did
was
take
huge.
Arkansas to win the entire series and A&M to win the entire series.
We both did.
I hope A&M wins the entire series because I want our good friend to come on next week and talk about going to Omaha after leaving LSU, going to a new staff, to a new team. And
Did you talk to him recently, by the way?
Not since.
Because he texted me back the next morning. He was like, "We make it to Omaha, I'm on." So,
Yeah, you told me that. I haven't talked to him since then. But I think they're going to win. I think Arkansas is going to win.
So would you
I
rather?
thought Tennessee was going to win, but
Would you rather lose this game and win the boost? Like
yes,
the overhits.
yes, I'd rather lose this game and win that boost. Plus 600.
Yeah.
Like,
This is not the team that I expected to not pull through.
here's the deal. Let's just win 5-3 and win both.
That's right. You could. Yeah, great math.
7-3, we win both.
7-3 sounds possible.
7-3, we win both games. We
Or
win both bets.
or
hopefully.
Tennessee's
Or we're
about-
still alive for the boost.
Yeah, or Tennessee turns like they're about to turn on each other if they lose this game.
You say that, but maybe not.
I mean, they're hunting.
It's out. Got him. Here you go.
Notre Dame. Hey, these guys have been playing in cold weather all year.
It's a tough son of bitches.
Tough son of bitches. They know. They're disciplined. They're smart. They know what they're doing.
Where's he? Do you think he's there?
I'm going to lunch with them on Monday.
U Club?
I don't know where.
If I had to guess right now, he's at home. Very comfortable.
he's not there. I can tell you that. He's
Very
not,
comfortable at home right now.
He's not there. He's his
Doesn't wanna
nice
see
house.
me.
He's doing. Hey, speaking of nice house, the frat boy who's playing in the NFL, who's played in college football for 8 years, signed a 2-year, $32 million extension. Hunter Renfrow. If you watch that guy walk down the street, you'd be like, no way this guy's in the NFL.
Most unsuspecting person.
And no way this guy had 1,000-yard receiver last year. No way this guy had 9 touchdown catches last year.
In the NFL.
And no way this guy is going to make $50 million in his career in the NFL.
Have you seen a picture of him shirtless?
Yeah, he's a frat boy. He looks like a frat guy.
He looks.
And no offense to frat guys.
Secretly jacked.
And he looks like the frat guy that's not on the sauce. Because you got 2 levels of frat guys. The frat guys who likes to party and like don't really like care about the whatever. And you have the other guys who love to party but also love to be sauced up, which is okay. I'm not judging you, but that's just
bad nipples.
That's it. Bad, like very long, elongated
little droop,
nipples.
little droop.
But that's what they are.
Me and Stewie were talking about this off air, and we were like, do you know how many times Hunter Renfrow went to a camp and somebody was like in line to do one-on-ones versus him, like whenever he was in high school or college, like, I'm gonna lock him up. Got did up, got laughed off the field. They're like, you try and guard that son of a bitch. Like, he's good.
Well, here's the deal: is you can't guard him all, like he's so quick with his first couple steps off his route, and he can get separation. If you tell him to go, he's not going to take you down the field, right? But he's going to get separation off the line.
And he can catch everything.
It's hard to press him, which is why he's been so good in the NFL.
Good luck defending them next year with Waller at tight end, Devontae Adams out there, and him just cutting you up in the middle right there.
Yeah, they're going to be good, dude.
Good luck defending that.
They are going to.
There's one thing I could give Derek Carr. He knows how to complete passes.
And he throws a moon ball for a deep ball, but it's a great one. Like, he throws that thing high and far, and they go get it. Russell throws a great one, too.
Who's their head coach? McDaniels. Yeah, dude. Renfro's going to be a weapon. Darren Waller's going to get a ton of touches.
They're good, dude.
They are good.
What'd you think was going to happen? NFL moves a team to Vegas and they're trash?
Well, I mean, I thought Vegas was a
lot.
Look,
I think
never going to happen.
We talked a little bit about this. I don't think people give Derek Carr enough credit for what he did last year with all the bullshit that happened. In Las Vegas. Because you lose your coach to all the bullshit that happened with the coach.
Lose your first round pick.
You lose your first round pick.
2 of them.
2 first round picks. Like, you don't.
2 of them.
You have, and this happens all in the middle of the season while also putting yourself in contention for. You made the playoffs, right? Did they make the playoffs? I think they made the playoffs. I believe.
7.
They no.
It'd be 10-7 or 9-8. Yeah.
I think they made the playoffs.
They might have.
But, like, regardless, putting yourself in
I think they did.
The last week of the season to make it, I think they did make it. But, like, that's impressive. And the only person that I can, like, really give credit to is Derek Carr, because he was the guy.
Well, not the only,
but like a big reason. He's the calming voice. Yeah. He's the guy that is running the team. The offense was playing extremely well no matter who was in there. And, you have somebody that's able to do that. Like, that goes well. Like, that bodes well for the future. They made it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Remember they had that game against the Chargers the last week of the season. Right. That was like crazy.
That's right. And they're that was a crazy.
When everybody was like, it was the tie game.
Yeah. Everybody was hoping they would tie.
And they almost did tie.
And they almost did tie.
Question from the chat, Josh Briaz, our guy up north that can't gamble. Did y'all ever run triangles? Conditioning? I don't know what that was.
Triangles?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
What is it?
Home plate, foul pole, straight across, home plate.
I've never done that.
That
sounds awful.
I did that in high school too, and I'm like, this ain't helping me be a better player. This is stupid.
It's getting you in
terrible.
shape.
Yeah, it's been shape. What do you mean? It's built like a brick shit house.
Triangles?
That's how old I am.
No way.
Yeah, you never did that either?
Never did.
Yeah, we ran those in high school.
So you have to understand, when I was in high school, we didn't have, like, my junior, senior year, it was a very weird dynamic because we had a head coach that was supposed to be our head coach who ends up, so he was our offensive coordinator, and then he became our baseball head coach because he got drafted. He was drafted out of high school. Leger. And so we start the season. We were about to start the season. He has his whole, like, a plan, like practice plans, like who's going to be pitchers, who's going to be hitters, pitching programs. Like, he has. I'm like, this is what I've been waiting for. This is great. We got a good team. Here we go. Right before the season starts, he gets the receivers coach job at McNeese. So he obviously can't turn it down, so he leaves. So we're kind of stuck with no coach. We have a guy who probably maybe wasn't qualified to be the head coach, and we just did whatever we wanted to do. And we did
whatever we wanted to do.
We didn't really win.
Mikey ran that thing into the dirt, basically.
Yeah,
I was running practices a little bit. I was doing some practicing running, and it was just like I was a junior. I was coming off a broken arm.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it easy.
It's just not. It wasn't.
I'm going to LSU. Fuck y'all. Good luck.
I wasn't going to LSU at the time either.
Alabama.
Was he going to
No,
Alabama?
I wouldn't even go. That wasn't even on the radar yet. I was just trying to play baseball because I broke my arm. But yeah, it was. So we never had that type of stuff.
Same thing happened.
That guy at first looks like he's 38. 3 kids.
Yeah.
He's got Vietmeier's construction job.
Speaking look at the. Speaking of on the sauce, good Lord, good luck to his wife.
Definitely drives the F-250 too.
Oh yeah, Big Dipper.
That thing is very tall.
You know what makes him so mad?
What?
Gas prices.
I mean, they make me mad too, though.
Yeah, but you're not doing the dually, brother.
No, I'm not. But I mean, the $4.50 for gas is a little outrageous. I will say that. That's crazy.
What 50?
$4.50.
Where'd you get it? Oh, never mind.
I don't put the premium in there.
Yeah, I'm paying premium. And I'm very salty every time.
And
I
I
look
probably
at
should be putting what I'm putting the minimum. I'm putting the least amount of gas in there, or not the least amount of like.
I put $80.
unleaded, whatever it's
Lloyd,
called.
I put $80 of gas in my car last night, and that shit didn't even reach 3/4 of a tank.
I don't even have a car, so it might be cheaper actually than
In
having a
Louisiana
car.
too. That's the craziest part.
Yeah,
about
we're
it.
the lowest. We're on second lowest in all the country. That's crazy.
What's the difference in gas? Oh, can you mix gasolines? Can you go a little unleaded, little premium? Make like a daiquiri?
Why would you want to do that?
Make a daiquiri? Like, why would you do that?
What does it make a difference if
I'm sure you
your
can,
car takes? Well, you know, if you want to top it off with like an extra shot of like, ooh, here's a little. Yeah,
I don't
Get you some.
Hey, you know what? Just for good, let me just squeeze a little diesel in there. I don't need diesel. Let me just squirt some diesel on my cake. See what happens.
little jungle juice for the Jeep.
Oh my god.
I don't think there's a reason to do that. One, but no.
Well, it runs good. It runs good. It runs good. Let me put a little of that malt liquor in there. Get you home.
No.
When you get this new car, let's not try that. Okay?
Let's not do that.
Let's not do that.
Let's not do that either.
I don't think I'll ever have a car that goes. I don't even know what the other ones look like.
Don't do that though. Just don't do that.
Are we sure? Just save a little bit. Save it. You know, take a penny, leave a penny. Save a little at the pump, and then.
What are y'all doing this weekend?
I have a wedding in New
You got any
Orleans.
plans? Yeah, that's good though. Why don't you be safe?
It's at
Be safe in NOLA.
It's at the yacht
A little-
club.
A little dangerous. What?
I've never even heard of that. It's in Lakeview at the yacht club.
Oh, wait. Isn't Lake? No, I've never been to the yacht club in Lakeview. I don't think. That'll be fun. That'll be good. Is it gonna be a fun wedding?
Oh yeah. So
That's-
this
that's-
is my
that's
brother's
important.
fraternity brother that lived with Sean
Yeah.
for probably 6 years while they were in
Okay.
college together,
Oh,
just
this will be
doing
fun.
nothing. But I lived with him when Sean he studied abroad, failed every class, so he just went on a vacation. They told him, like, you're literally the first person, we've done this for 15 years, you're the first person to ever fail. Like, all you have to do is write a paper. He's like, I wasn't doing that. He's like, Sean.
Where was he?
Italy.
Oh,
Where? Italy?
Italy.
He said
he
failed
literally
every
was living
class.
it up.
We went and visited for a week, and it was unbelievable.
I bet I've never
I
been
didn't
to
have
Italy.
classes. I mean,
He didn't either.
no, apparently not. It's like, shouldn't we do something? No, let's go out.
No. He didn't either.
But while he was there, I took up a room in the fraternity house and lived with all of his fraternity brothers, and so they're all going to be there. And so this is like a reunion for me as well.
That's gonna be fun.
And it's going to be a blast.
Your girlfriend's gonna be.
Outside looking in.
Not very happy with you.
She'll
No.
fit in. She'll blend in.
Introduce her to all the. She's going to see all the married people. That makes me nervous.
Well, they're all married.
Yeah. Well,
That's not good for
they're all
you.
3 years older than I am.
That's not good for you.
I know she's going to want.
A lot of pressure.
Maybe I'll pop the question at a wedding.
Don't.
Considering
do
you're saying maybe today, I'm gonna go ahead
that.
and
And
guess
what
you're
a
not doing
selfish move that would be.
Absolutely.
By you.
Not my
Can you
fault.
imagine?
Hey, congrats.
Can you imagine the biggest moment of this couple's life, and they are in the wedding. They just got married. They're at the reception. Everybody is there
So they're
celebrating.
walking in the reception,
and
Lloyd
Lloyd
drops
is
to their
literally
knee.
on one knee in the middle of their reception on the dance floor proposing. I'm like,
That's not cool. I
bro,
can't.
what
do
the
this?
fuck's going on here?
All of my friends are already here. Let's knock this thing out.
I can see Lloyd in the middle of the middle of the reception. There's music going. Hey, excuse me on this thing. I like to get everyone's attention.
Or even better yet, the exit, right? Everybody exits, and like usually when you exit, you either have like, some people have like sparklers,
Yeah.
or like the fireworks, and you
Yeah.
have the cool car. I can see Lloyd getting on a knee, using everybody else's stuff that they paid for, and for their
gonna make
engagement,
this thing as
for their
grand as
engagement
possible.
picture. Hey, the wedding's over. You already had your time. I'm using
me.
what you spent on
This is
the
me.
money you spent, so I can do this. Is for me, baby.
Not my fault.
This is not my fault. You shouldn't have had your wedding on the night I was supposed to propose.
Yeah, I've been planning this forever.
Hey, your
Same
fault.
place.
Your fault.
Now let's go to Disney World.
Speaking of, let's go.
Well, that's what you said. You said that receptions are for the people. They're not for the
It
couple.
is. The receptions are for the people. Like, your wedding time is the time when you walk down the aisle and you're in your wedding dress and everybody's looking at you and you say I do and now you're one and all that is your time. The reception is for all of your guests
That
did not want to go to the wedding. They just wanted to go to the reception. That's for them, right? And so when you go, you make the reception
about them
and fun. Like, hey, it's about you a little bit, but it's about them 95% of the time. If they're not having fun, you want the reception to be something that's talked about after. Like, man, I had so much fun at your wedding. Nobody says I had so much fun at your wedding because of the church.
Right.
They said I had so much fun at your wedding because the reception was great. That's what it's for. It's for the people. So make it about the people.
Perfect time
Don't
to
make
propose.
it about.
He's like, look at him. Make it about me.
Don't make it about Disney World
It could be about all the people and then me.
characters.
Yeah. Disney
Speaking
characters.
of, not my fault.
Is that
Floyd.
the one we want to use?
Floyd had a great little segment. No, is there another one? Do you have another one?
I
You
feel
want
like
to use that one?
I feel like we had one right before the show. Not my fault, and I forgot it already. But I was trying to tell you, and we forgot. But I don't want. This one I heard on the show, so I don't want to use the same one.
Okay, well, going forward then.
Table it.
We'll table it.
Forgot what you said though.
We won't announce it then. We don't have a what's for lunch because we're not at lunch at dinner time. It's Fridays. We don't really do that.
Oh, Notre Dame just went yard again. 2-run homer, 5-0.
5-0.
Running it up right now.
Boy. Now we can't do both.
No, we can't
Both
do
cannot happen.
Well, now let's just let them lose.
Now I just need Tennessee to win to keep my boost alive. I'd rather give up the money that I bet on this one.
But would you rather Tennessee win, just in general, for the hunger of money?
That's what I mean. I want Tennessee to win so the hunger of money can happen for the boost.
Right, but we've established that we don't want Tennessee to make it out the Super.
Right, they can win the first and lose the next two.
Okay, but if they win this one, they're galvanized. If they lose this one, the wheels could come off.
We saw how much being galvanized helps last weekend. Okay, we were galvanized 2 days in a row. We're galvanized. We came back and won the 9th and then 8th and the 9th. That did not help. Okay?
Just led to debacle after debacle.
Debacles.
Gotta get out of this debacle.
Only took us so far.
Wow. Love the little bat toss option. Oh, look like he missed it.
He did a little bit.
That's a good.
Wait, didn't they hit 2 homers?
Good
in this
option
inning?
for him.
No, it was a 2-runner though. 2-run homer. And
They
Gallagher
just
Hey,
hit
I'll tell you
another
what.
homer, too. It
Baseball
must have
players
been
now are like way more yoked than they were when we were there.
Good unis. They got them altered.
Yeah, our unis
Tailored.
stunk.
Yeah, y'all had high school uniforms.
Huh?
We had
High school.
parachutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad.
The pants
Now-
fit good though. We had better pants.
Yeah, the pants were
Russell,
awesome.
The Russell pants were the best pants we had.
Did
we
you
had
go
better
over the
pants.
cleat? You went over the cleat.
Yeah, I tried. Not like I didn't use the cleat at the
Yeah,
bottom,
no,
but I
no,
tried to
yeah.
go over it. Yeah. Now my freshman year, they gave me a size 48 jersey. That thing was. looked like a
Hey, he had the
blanket
Jason
on me.
Worth jersey going. He had the
Hey, I
sleeves
was-
down
that
to
was
here.
hanging on me, and I'm like, Jesus Christ!
And he
Like,
had a
little
3/4
respect.
sleeve on
and I
under
had a
his 3/4
three-quarter sleeve.
sleeves.
I'm like, this is unbelievable.
I'm pretty sure his 3/4 sleeves had a thumb hole in them, and it went over.
Hey, how about this?
You gonna get skateboard?
I had the jersey. I had the I had a tight white Under Armour, like cut off.
I did
Then I
too.
had the shorts. Then I had the 3/4 sleeve. Then I had the jersey. That shit still was swimming on me.
Yeah.
Did you ever be like? At what point were you like, Coach, I'm playing well enough to get me?
Well, I was a freshman. They already had the jerseys made. I was like, screw it. The next year, I went more to like a. Now, the next year, we went to Nike, and the Nike jerseys might as well have been painted on you. I'm like, well, this is completely opposite ends of the spectrum. And Nike pants were like trash bags. You slid once, ripped. Slid twice, definitely ripped. Slid 3 times, your fucking legs ripped. Sucks.
It's taken Nike like. Well, I mean, what is it?
I don't even know if their pants. I don't even know if
They're
their
not
pants are
great now, but I'm saying like it's the style is kind of going back to what they were
Well,
making.
now
them now.
this is what I don't understand.
Yeah.
Nike now is bought Majestic.
Yeah, they bought Majestic, and they still can't figure out the college
Why
pants.
don't you just give those pants to the kids in college?
They still can't figure out the college pants.
Hey, Majestic, remember what you were doing?
Hey, that's like wait,
We're
time
gonna
out first off.
scrap it.
Time out first off. That's like the best kept secret in pro ball is putting on a pair of like really good Majestic pants, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I literally feel like a pro right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's not all Majestic pants, but a really good pair of Majestic. You're like, wait.
Hey,
this
when
is
you
different.
when you get to the minor leagues, like when you're coming up and you're ready to pick your jersey and your number and like you get your sizing because like in the big leagues,
Pick your face.
you go in the big leagues and you get everything like you can get it tailored.
You can get it
basically.
tailored.
Like
that's why everybody. Yeah, that's why everybody looks so good in uniform.
Yeah, so like you can get your jersey. Okay, I want the.
They're not just wearing stock uniforms; they're just filling them out like
I want the 46. I want the 46, but I need to take them in just a little bit. I want the arms to be a little bit. Now,
yeah, they come around in spring training and literally measure everything.
Now,
out.
the more veteran you are, the more time you have, the better
Tailor.
tailored you get, right? So like you get these pants like, hey, you want one? I want a short pair of pants. I want a long pair of pants. I don't want like you do everything, right? You make them custom to you, and then when you get them, it says, it has your initials and your name, or your initials and your number, and it says custom because it's the ones that you
Sewn
did.
in?
They're ours. No, it's like in the tag.
Like it's sewn into the tag.
Yeah, right. So it's like ours, right? So then so they always order your deal. Minor leagues, you don't get that, and you usually have to have the hand-me-downs from the other years, and like they watch them
Unless
do
you were able to get into big league camp, then
if you're in big league camp, you get to bring your pants down, use them, whatever. Now, if you haven't, and you're in the minor leagues, and you go there, you go to the equipment room before, and you hopefully make friends with the clubby.
if you're smart.
And if you're smart, and you get there first, and you say,
Yeah,
okay,
do
this
so
is the number
separately.
that I want. Now, obviously, time. It's a time thing. The more time you have, the more you probably get to pick first. You want to get in there first, and you go look through all the tags, majestic. Okay, get all the majestics. I'm trying on all these first to make sure they fit me right because these are the better pants. And the other ones are the shitty not even Russell, the shitty Rawlings pants.
He said it. All you got to do is get in good with the clubby because the clubby will bring you to. It's like if you don't get in good, they'll just say, hey, what size pants you wear? Oh, 36.
Yeah.
Throw you those.
Here's
If
a
you get in
42.
good with them, they'll open the door and say, hey, come back here and find something that fits you well. That's how it
Exactly.
rolls.
That's how it works. And you get a good pair of pants, and you're like, you hope that you don't rip them, and then when you rip them, they put
And then when
patch
you
on
rip
them.
them,
And
you hope they got a good patch person,
Once you
'cause-
put the patch on, it sucks.
No, you hope they got a good patch person because if they put a bad patch, and now you look like you got grandma's quilt on. And you don't really want to wear those. But that's not where you're trying to go.
You gotta get in good with the
You
quilt
got
guy.
gray, and the other gray is now dark gray. Like,
Pretty
wait,
brutal.
why is this dark gray right here? Oh, we sent it to Miss Stevens
then you
down
get
the
the-
street. Like, it didn't work
Then
out.
you get the white on white, and the white pants. If you came from big league camp, the white pants are real white, and the white jersey is not white. It's all white because it's all run down. So it's like, well, these don't really go together. But fuck it, I'm not getting rid of these pants.
So moral of the story is when you turn on a big league game, the reason why they look so good in unis is because there's probably 95% of those uniforms that are just I'm talking tailored to the T.
Tailored.
Gary Sheffield.
Which is why when Josh goes up
The
and he's
most
got
tailored-
49, Josh goes up and he's got 49 on. The sleeves are big. Josh's sleeves will
Right.
be right here next year.
Exactly.
That's how it goes.
The most tailored guy in the big leagues is Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah. Yeah.
But his is like super tight, tailored, but like still moving it. Like it's like
Yeah.
you spend some time on that.
Yeah, he looks like he's an action hero.
He looks
I
like
told you, I
he
told
looks like when you walk
I told
into.
you my thought process for 30 seconds every time I see him. I'm not saying it on air, but
Hey, he
I
looks-
think to myself for 30 seconds. I'm like, damn.
Lloyd,
this
when's
guy
the
looks
last
good.
when's the last time you've been in Dick's?
Richards?
No, the store.
He calls it
Richards
Richards
Sporting Goods.
Oh, when's the last time you've been there?
I had to go in there before Pebble Beach to go buy.
Was Giancarlo in there, standing in front
Oh, he
of the
was.
store?
Yeah, he greeted me right at the front. I don't know what Nike
that's
thinks
him.
about him being an Under Armour model. I did have to go in there though to get golf balls before Pebble
Nobody
Beach.
noticed you, though.
No, nobody noticed me, but I did notice a guy that I worked with, and I didn't want to have the
He never saw you?
conversation. I am persona non grata there.
He never saw you.
Brutal. Not my fault.
Not your fault. We got through it, Dave.
Do you have a hat on?
No, I should have. I should have just stolen one.
Did you look like you looked when you worked there?
No, that was
Okay,
a good.
so that was,
yeah,
that was
Okay,
your
yeah,
disguise.
okay.
You already had the
Alright,
built-in
alright.
disguise on your body.
yeah. I did the. When I was there, that's when I was very. The ID picture
Okay.
is what I looked like, and now I've changed considerably. A little fatter.
I'm proud of us today.
I am too.
We grinded it out. Everybody's a little run down. Been rainy.
Oh, what a play!
Oh, that
Oh.
was nasty.
Bro,
turf,
Notre Dame's
dude.
doing it, man. Notre Dame's doing it.
What was- if he was a real dog, you'd have flipped it. to
We'll
second.
be back on Monday,
Monday,
live, 6 to 8.
6 to 8.
We will have Trey Wingo. We'll be on Monday at 6 to 8 from at 6:10, talking golf, talking gambling. We're talking about the LIV tour, not the LIV tour, the LIV golf tour. See his thoughts on it. He's a big golf guy. He's out in Hawaii. I'm sure he's going to have a nice little bronze on. We had a great conversation with him last time. We're going to talk a whole bunch of other sports with him too.
What is the time in Hawaii at 6
I don't know.
o'clock
I don't
Central?
know the difference in time. Maybe 6 hours. Maybe I don't
It's
know.
5, maybe
Is it
5 or 6.
It'll
Something
be
like
11 p.m.
that. It's
No,
like 5 or 6.
No, other way.
And
You're
yeah.
going the other direction.
I can't do that.
So like when you go to California, they're behind us. We're ahead of California.
close.
He caught it?
Yeah, he did, right at the base of the wall.
5-1.
When you go to California, they're behind us. We're ahead of California. So, like, you have to think Hawaii is on the Pacific.
So it'll be 12 a.m. No, 12 p.m. Got it. Got there.
We got there. We made a little roundabout. We got there.
Yeah, I didn't take a direct flight.
Yeah, that's okay. Just take a little layover.
Had a couple connections.
That's why you take Spirit.
Dude, no layover.
No layover.
Just a little girl with a little traveler's diarrhea. She was gurgling. Oh.
Have a great weekend. Stay dry. Hopefully it doesn't supposed to rain the rest of the weekend. We will see you again on Monday.
Stay wet.
We will have Trey Wingo. I think we're potentially having Ben McDonald may come on, depending if there is a regional game. Did he hit that one out?
If it's fair, it's gone.
Fair.
It's gone. It's foul. That was yaboed. You love a lefty swing.
I love a good lefty swing. I didn't see his though.
Because the guy from Kansas that could have
The guy
potentially.
from Kansas that was in the portal. He's going there.
Is that a thing? Like, is it
He's going.
confirmed?
He posted the jersey.
Did he really?
He said, "Let's get it, Tennessee," or something.
Bandwagon guy, huh?
What's that?
Said
bandwagon guy, huh?
He should have posted a box of anabolic steroids. Welcome to the team.
Well, hey, they came out and said that was not true.
I bet.
Don't make him endure more. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that was not
they've
true.
been
That was
through
false.
enough.
That was false. Again, enjoy the weekend. Catch us live Mondays, Wednesdays, 6 to 8. Fridays here at Earls, 4:30 to 6. We are on YouTube. Subscribe, like, share it, tell a friend. We are on all podcast networks. YouTube, not YouTube. We already said YouTube. Apple and Spotify. Also, if you feel inclined to, which you should because it's easy money, you should probably download the Caesars app and use our promo code, MIk'd Up 15. Get up to $1,500 free bet. Win some money this weekend. We are giving out college baseball picks. My account looks really good because I keep winning, which is really good. And I'm excited to win this boost, hopefully. And we'll have a good weekend. Thank you for tuning in. We're in the OT. And you're watching MIk'd Up, brought to you by Sterling Automotive. See you on Monday. Peace.